everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So today's going to be the monthly Diary Lovers printable. So I'm going to get started into this. So this has just been printed out off the website. I will, as always, show you two different ways to do this. The very simple Kikkki.k way, and then the way that I like to special it up. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just cutting this out, and I am going to use my paper trimmer. So I'm just helping myself out a little bit by having some straight lines to follow all the way to the edge of the page. I'm still just using my little paper trimmer. I'm still not quite comfortable with my other one, but I am getting there. So this month's free gift is a cute or sweet notebook elastic with any purchase. So it doesn't have to be over a certain amount of money. It just can be any purchase from Kikkki.k, which is great. Whoops, messed that up. Oh well. So you can just go in store with your Diary Lovers code and use that one. While we're sort of talking about codes, if you remember back to last month, we had a Planner Lovers printable but not a Planner Lovers gift. This month they've switched it and they have a Planner Lovers gift but not a Planner Lovers printable. So this month's Planner Lovers gift is if you spend over $50 you can get a rollerball pen, which I think is one of these kind, for free. So it's good, like that's not a bad thing, but I like when they've got the printables. I actually prefer the printables to the gifts, which sounds really odd. So then once you've got it cut out, it says to score down the score line. So just because it's a little bit easier and then I don't have to get my ruler out, I like to use the sort of return on my trimmer. So I just put that in there and just use my scoring tool to just score down that line. And then all you do is fold it over, fix up any edges that don't match, but stick it down first. So you can use glue dots or glue tape or just a glue stick if you like. Whoop. This is a new one of these, so it's always a bit picky at the start. There we go. Thankfully I've had so many of these on the refills that I've kind of become accustomed to what they do. It doesn't make it weird anymore. So just sticking that down, folding it over, and then I'll just cut off the excess on the other side, or tidy it up basically anywhere it needs to be tidied up. Could do this with scissors too, you don't have to do this with your trimmer. I just feel like it gives me a much nicer finish. Probably cut just a teensy bit off the top here. There we go. Need to clean my trimmer out in a second now. So that is basically it. You can use that in your planner anywhere you like. Obviously punching holes in it would probably be the best way to use it. So I just grabbed this envelope that you get out of the Planner Lovers kits. And it depends on which way you want to use it. Like if you want to use it that side up and flip over to that side, so you can put the holes anywhere you like. I will show you where I'm going to put the holes in the one that I'm going to make up, because I'm going to do mine a little bit differently. So still using that, I'm just grabbing some plain yellow cardboard. This is just from the reject shop, and all I want to do is just measure out roughly, I'm not being too particular because it doesn't matter that much, sort of my size of this, and I'm grabbing my We Are Memory Keepers dial trimmer, moving everything over, and I'm just going to, with a straight line, just cut out roughly that shape. You could use the edges if you wanted to, if you don't want to use just a straight edge. I'm happy just to use a straight edge this time. So what I've been finding is the easiest way to use this is to kind of push down a little bit more on the guide thing, and that seems to get me a straighter line. Even then I don't think that's particularly straight, but I'll fix it. There you go. And because I can then use the smaller one on the other side, I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to, see, that's not straight at all, but I will fix it. I will fix it. now I know that bottom line's straight, I can go straight down there, and now that's straight too. So that's my piece of cardboard that fits. And then what I'm going to do is cut this out, but rather than having it, I'm going to do my lines again. Rather than having it this time fold over on itself, I'm going to cut the two squares out separately. And you'll see what I mean in just a sec. So I am heading into Kikkki.k this afternoon to see if they've got any of the Christmas stuff at my other store. I'm really lucky now I'm here in Melbourne that I have two stores that I consider mine. One's really close to work and one's really close to home. So I do tend to pop into both to see if one's got something that the other one doesn't. So hopefully when I go in there this afternoon they've got some of the Christmas stuff. Whoops. Alright, and so then like I said, instead of scoring down this line, I'm actually going to cut it in half. I'm actually going to cut it so that I can get rid of that score line a little bit because I really hate it. Okay. And then what I'm also then going to do is cut off the bottom. I just want it to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to fix up this side as well because it's not quite straight. Okay. Might just make that border a bit more even the whole way around. Okay. Where'd my little bit of cardboard go? So that's going to stick down on that side. Just realised something else I should have done. Probably still can. Alright, before I keep going, I'm just going to just change something up a little bit here. I'm just going to bring this back in again. I'm just going to add just a little bit of extra room on this side. And you'll see why in just a second. So that's better. So I'm just grabbing my tab punch board and I'm just going to build the tab into this because I just think it'll look much nicer. So just putting it in there, and I'm just using the edges as my guide. So like I'm not doing it as a particular sized tab, I'm just making a tab. And then while I'm here, I'm going to round these corners off. I'm going to round the corners off on my little piece of paper as well, because it will look it'll look much more uniform. Okay, so I want my flipper to sit that way with the weekly reflection on the back. So I'm just going to stick that down. I'm just making it in the middle as much as I can. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Whoops, that's not the right one. So just going to make it just a little bit shorter. Oops, a little bit more shorter. I'm just going to cut just a tint off the top as well, just to make the choose to be happy in the middle. Just going to make it a little skinnier. Felt like it didn't really spin very nicely, didn't it? And we'll stick this one down as well. off. Corners, thank you, Ryan. Sorry, I always forget the corners. 1, 2, that annoys me sometimes. I love my tab punch board, I really do. Just occasionally when you're doing the corners it doesn't do it quite so nicely, and I think it's just because I've used it so much. It now, the blade's not quite so sharp. I'm not quite sure if you can get replacement blades. I'm sure you can. I went that way, which means I need to go that way. That's better. Now we'll stick it down. Oops, helps to be up the right way too. Go. And then all you need to do is punch your holes in, and where you put it is completely up to you. So I'm just grabbing my So Lovely planner just as an example. I'll just go into a page, and you can seriously put it anywhere you like. So if you want to put it in the middle there, you can. If you want to put it at the bottom, you can. I think I want to put mine in the middle, so I'm just going to line up where I want it to sit, flip it over, just grabbing a pencil, marking where the holes are, and then just punching them out. Whoops. Go. And so it's going to sit in there just like that. I just think it gives it a little bit of another way to use it. It puts it as a tab, makes you not have to punch into this. But either way would be fine. I think both of them are fantastic. But that is this month's Diary Lovers Club. I think the best thing, and I say this every month, the best thing about these is you can really let your creativity run wild. You can print out as many of these as you like. If you want to give them to friends, you can. They're so wonderful in the way that it lets you really use them the way you feel like it. So if you haven't got onto these yet, I highly recommend them. They're a lot of fun and they're free. That's the best part. They're free. So you can do anything you like with them. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. There won't be a Planner Lovers video this month just because there's no printables, so there's not really anything to share. So I'll find something else to put in that spot for you instead. Hope you guys have an absolutely awesome weekend, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks a lot.